everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I thought in honor of today and you guys and all your support and your wonderful feedback, I do an extra bonus video on the new moon in Aquarius that's coming up the 24th. And I love this new moon because, you know, this age of Aquarius is really upon us where we're more expansive, we're more simplified, our values and our good intentions come to the forefront before our personal needs and wants and all of that, right? Aquarius is all about that beautiful, expansive, loving, calm kind energy. I just want to read this one quick quote that was one of my favorites from Martin Luther King. You know, it says, "You may be 38 years old as I happen to be, and one day some great opportunity stands before you and calls you to stand up for some great principle, some great issue, some great cause, and you refuse to do it because you're afraid. You refuse to do it because you want to live longer. You're afraid that you will lose your job, or afraid you will be criticized. You'll lose your popularity, or you're afraid that somebody will stab you or shoot you or bomb your house. So you refuse to take a stand. Well, you may go on and live to your 90, but you're just as dead at 38 as you would be at 90. The cessation of breathing in your life is about the belated announcement of an earlier death of the spirit." And that rings so true, right? If we're not doing what we're called forth to do, to live in true spirit and share and love and have a sense of community and realizing that the time is always right to do the right thing, then we are giving up a very, very crucial part of our existence. So Ian said this amazing thing today, and I didn't realize this. Warren Beatty was talking about Madonna, and he said, "I got to tell you, though, being married to her, she acted as if every day was her wedding day," which means she just had that vibrant, effusive energy of, let's celebrate me and my gifts. And, you know, hers was a little more, she craves the limelight. So it wasn't about other people, but it was generating that energy that is like a supernova. Let's go do this. Let's write that song, dance that dance, give that message with your full embodied self. And that's what this new moon of Aquarius is about. That's what Martin Luther King Day is about, celebrating how we can just go out there and go supernova, help our communities, help one another, spread the word, make that music, dance that dance, have no fear, live that life. All of that beauty, joy, and magic that's within all of us. And it's just every once in a while, you know, we get inundated with the heaviness of everyday life, but this is about not letting it take over. This is about not letting little problems become bigger than the magic that's out there for us, right? So let's see what's going to happen, what switches, change-ups, and amazing things are going to happen for you to have this supernova moment with this new moon, because I already feel it. I feel the kind of oscillation, increasing the vibration, the magic. Yesterday, I was totally going to take the majority of the day off, but I felt so inspired to do contests and make jewelry and do outside videos and do some photo shoots, and just kept going and going and going. And I got more excited. And I felt like that when I woke up today too. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to sleep and it's Martin Luther King Day. I got up with Ian and we just started talking. And again, we were talking about, you know, Martin Luther King and excitement and fervor and devotion and all this stuff. And I just felt great. And I was like, you know what? I want to make another video so people know that they have all these attributes, this fire, this magic within them, and that all it needs is a little activation. And more importantly, perception. It's how we perceive the world around us, our neighbors, our friends, ourselves. Most importantly, do we perceive ourselves as somebody that has vitality, that has something meaningful to do, say? How do we operate in the world? And if it isn't a picture that imbues us with joy and hope and amazement, then we need to change it. We need to change our perception of ourselves. We are unique. We're individual. We are creatures of magic and light. And we need to really see that about ourselves. So we have three choices today. We have the rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. It really is. This new moon in Aquarius, it's kind of like a fairy magic land. Like, just pluck those wishes off the tree, but know they're there. Know they're available to you. And actually ask the universe for it. Say, I know that this can be delivered to me. I hope you like my sparkles on my hand. I was like, it's gonna be a clear day. And number 2 is cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Number 3 is Bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. And that's funny because that is a Madonna line. Remember, life is a mystery. Everybody must stand alone. And when we stand alone for a moment, we look at ourselves and our unique individuality. We're like, wow, remember that time I did or said that thing. That's who I truly am, right? We're no longer mired down by somebody else's vision of us. And that's what this new moon in Aquarius is going to do for us. Let us break out of that mold, how others see us, think the direction we should be going. Anything, any of those stigmas that don't belong to us, any of those little molds they try to put us in, we're like, no thank you, we've got this, it's our destiny. We're gonna, we know the miracles are endless, so we're working towards having our own miracles, our own creative flow and all of that. So let's start with rabbit spirit. Right now is a lucky time. You guys, you can have what you truly want. Spirit is saying, such knowledge helps soften and release fear, knowing that we can have that. We're not grasping, we're not controlling, we're not doubtful. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers right now. And even now, it's leading you towards what you're seeking. You're on that path, so keep your eyes open for synchronicities, all of that. Great deal of you have soulmates coming. You have such upscale enlightenment. It's going to be mind-boggling. That's another helpful element to this new moon in Aquarius, to really open our third eye as well, which is nice. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against, the fluctuations of the external world. I do this if I go out in traffic and everybody's hostile and just crazed little nut jobbers. I come home, I play quiet music, I start to paint, create things. Mostly I love to look at the artwork of all my cards. I create something beautiful. I read comments from you guys. I understand the connectivity, that was a momentary outside existence, which happens when people are in large numbers and groups. The energy gets more compacted. So if you feel the friction of people's impatience, so on and so forth, but you can always restabilize, right? And no matter what is happening around you, there's a way through to the fulfillment of all your potential. I always just write down, please do that for yourself. Just start to write down, this is one thing I would like to do for myself today, to prove to myself that I have the ability to break that subconscious mold that has me doing the same predictable things with the same results. I want something new. Say I walk by a sink full of dishes every day and I go, I'll do those later, and they stay on your mind and you're like, oh, I have this, that. Do the most difficult thing first when you wake up, right? If you're not motivated to do a cleanup, just do that and be like, now the rest of the day is a cakewalk because I've done this. So let's see what your next message is. Break the chain, ancestral patterns of healing, rewriting the future. I love this artwork. It's so beautiful. So I love this card so much because I want to get a really pretty light on that for you guys too, because this is talking about you're being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. It happens. We hear the same things over generation to generation, right? It's all imbued in us. Our lineage tends to have a lot of DNA that kind of fires and wires together and thinks the same way. And I heard this one thing that I thought was amazing. One day, this girl was following a recipe and it called for a certain amount of stuff. And it was like making this old kind of casserole, and she freaked out because she didn't have the pan that suited these exact 4 cups of this and this and that. And then her higher self spoke up and said, it doesn't have to be the same dimensions. You can get a bigger pan, or you can rectify some of the sizes, make them bigger or smaller to fit what you're doing. And it was one of those things where you just feel like because it's a family recipe or it's handed down, it has to be exactly, but things can be modified. And in most cases, they have to be changed, right? It can mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line. Healing trauma from the past that's not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you, right? Sometimes we just hear so much in our parental lineage when we're growing up, you can't do that or go there. This ethnic group is bad. This particular place of the world is dangerous. You start to think that. Have you ever been there? No. Have you ever been assaulted by this ethnic group? No. So what is that? That was one probably occurrence generations ago that was just told over and over and over again, a subconscious implant that makes you think a certain way. So we carry this emotional trauma in our luminous fields, and it's from several generations back. That's why family patterns can be the hardest to break. But the thing to notice when ancestral healing is coming up is that you cannot heal another person. It's really your own healing that can cause another person to choose to heal as well, right? Energy is freed up. You're being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What are the first ways that you're ready to change a pattern and free yourself from. Just shake them off. Say, okay, let me observe something that I always hear my mother say or this person says. And let me really observe that. Is that true for me? Have I ever experienced that? Do I know anyone who's experienced that? And just because one person's experience has shaded their judgment, we're not going to let that happen to us. So you're really beautifully breaking this chain of this weird pattern, idea, and behavior that has just been handed down. What happens is we just keep filling our backpacks with these. Sure, I'll take that one. Oh, that sounds about right. That could be correct, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden we're indoctrinated into a freaking ideology we don't even know anything about, and we have to really rectify that and have our own truisms and have our own light. Because look at your first guiding influence is the Six of Wands. This is my favorite card, and I want to thank Stasi again for this particular deck. It has two sides. It's the reversible tarot, and I love it so much. I just placed this so I know I can't even pick it back up. So you see it on both sides. I love this so much. Now, the Six of Wands is my favorite card because it's you being celebrated. You're having a breakthrough. You're having greater understanding. This is not only other people celebrating you, your accomplishments. I feel like you're going to do something quite epic after this new moon where it's going to really take off. This could be on social media. This could be some idea, business, or just something you've been thinking about, and it goes nuclear. It goes out into the, ethereal realms. It goes out, it's traveling, it gains momentum all of a sudden. It's like one of those things that go viral. It's an idea of yours that you surmised is a good idea and it probably worked, but you finally put it into practice. You make that candle, you make that oil essence, you start that business. And because you have love, focus, and it's an endeavor that comes from your heart, you're going to be doing fantastically, group one. That is really beautiful energy. I love that. Have faith in yourself. You can have what you truly want, and that's what softens and releases all the fear for you, and that's why you're going to become a success in what you want to do. So gorgeous. Woo! If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name is Melanie. All my links are down below if you want a private reading. And listen, I'm opening up 2 more slots for the Stonehenge read. If you have any questions, I have a poster over on Instagram, and I can send you, if you email me, I'll send you all the information on it. There was such a big response that I think I'm going to go a secondary day or have a longer day at Stonehenge, depending. I'm over in England for between 9 and 13 days, so I'm going to open up 2 more spots because the response was so wonderful, and I don't know when I'm going to get back to England, so I'm very excited for this. And I'm doing vlogs of the old castles and stuff. It's going to be really great. So again, all my information is down below, you guys. Beautiful. Get ready. It's like you're not going to put up with anybody's sanctimonious BS in your family. You're like, no. I have my own viewpoint on things. I'm good, thanks. I don't need to be told. Yeah, and you're going about your new, fresh path, clear-minded, with a beautiful, optimistic glow about you, and I'm really excited, group one. So beautiful. So now we're on to number 2, which is cow spirit. I really want to get the light on there really beautifully. Now, cow spirit talks about that miracles are endless. This is us knowing that wherever we go and whatever we're seeking is also seeking us. Again, like the first group, you can have what you truly want, and knowing that, it really releases our fear, our grasping, our control, our doubt. No matter what is happening around you, there's a way through to your fulfillment because you're focused on it. You're not focused on all the garbage and all the distractions and any low vibration. You have your eye on the prize. And I feel like you're going to have this spiritual gift that's coming in. That is coming through very strong. And a spiritual gift is going to enter your heart and manifest as a huge blessing in your life right after this new moon. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full glorious manifestation. You're starting to understand things. Your third eye is starting opening. You're seeing crazy successions of numbers. You're seeing 111, 555s. Your 444s is a big one for this moon. It's a very special number that's coming through. So choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you really want and put out in the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize, especially at this point in time in new moon. And that's going to be a beautiful time for you to be able to evaluate, what is it? What do I truly want? Get that order in. The universe loves a decision, and you're ready to make it. Now, I love this for you. You have this leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. This is so amazing. I love this card so much. Life bends for the courageous. It really does. Every time that I've made a bold choice and said, I know that this is the right move and this is going to be wonderful, new, and exciting. And boldness has beauty and magic in it. And every time I've left a safe bet to try something, it has worked out because I've been tenacious. I've known it. When your spirit says do it, go, take that leap. Throw your life up in the air. Spirit is going to catch you. Perhaps what is you're being called to do right now. What is this leap towards? Maybe you're waiting for a big fat sign or an instruction manual or permission to do it first. If this is you, this card is your sign that it's your permission slip. Please take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. I'm serious. So many of you guys have so many ideas to start your own business, to leave a job that you hate and you're undervalued, to leave a relationship where you're undervalued and you're treated like a doormat and you just feel low, tired, and burnt out from it. You deserve better. If this is your card and you're feeling that, we are teaching other people and because we teach other people how to treat us, if we've allowed them to bully us and beat us and take from us, and we're just an ATM machine or a cook, a short order cook, a cleaning lady, whatever, we've already set that pattern. It's very hard to break. And what happens is that's how that other person now views you, as their housekeeper, as their ATM. There is something that sometimes happens in people with a weaker disposition where they just want other people to do for them. They feed off that energy. We need to get away from that. It's scary to let go of all that we've known and hope for something new. And it's normal to feel anxious about the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of arising. It really is. I had to do this. I left a safe job with benefits. I said, I'm not going to go anywhere in this. Anybody who's directly higher than me has a fear of that, and they're actually creating obstacles and making everybody else's life difficult. Everything was run on fear and trying to do as little as possible. It seemed insane to me, and that concept really blew super hard. And I'm like, I don't like this. Why would I spend my days earning a paycheck just and dread going in? As soon as I had that feeling of dread and not wanting to go, I said, it's your time to leave. So if this happens, is one thing you need to leave right then. And it happened. The universe did it for me. It was wonderful. So nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip. It allows what was once full of life to fall away leaf by leaf, right? It's that sort of thing. And then we are born into more glorious version of ourselves than before. It is your time. Let's see what your overarching energy is for your... Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. Yeah, moving away. Firstly, you're moving away from what doesn't work for you. Some of you really are called now to go to calmer shores, get away from anything that is turbulent or nasty people, low vibration relationships where people just take from you, a workplace that doesn't value you, love you, make you feel good. This could be parents that just aren't supportive, grandparents, siblings, whatever, because look at this. You're going to have this beautiful Queen of Pentacles moment. This leap is going to bring you riches. It's going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you calm. It's going to have you sitting in your earthly easy chair with your falcon and your crown. You're going to be like, this is what I was meant for. I was meant to be self-employed, to be single for a while, to be an artist, to be a creator, whatever it is. When you do what you love, it loves you back and it provides you with everything you need. Group 1. So group 2. So beautiful energy. We have to release. We have to let go. We have to take that leap. And that's what you're doing. And I just feel like you're going to have this healing from any kind of guilt and fear, and liberation is just going to bring abundant blessings on a really epic scale. Look at you. And you get to watch the sunset in your pretty throne. So love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name is Melanie. All my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want to know about my Stonehenge, I have 2 more spots I just opened up. I'm going to stay for another day in that area and do 2 more because the response was so good. It's so exciting. And it's just happening in a couple weeks now. It's crazy. Anything else, private reads, my jewelry, my Etsy store, if you want to support me on my Patreon channel, all of that. So love and light to you guys. Wow, congratulations. You're just doing it. You're like, why am I being held and restrained and shackled by these ridiculous notions when I know I deserve this better life and I'm going to walk through that door? And that's exactly what you do. Ta-da! Hello, door number 1. I'll take success and abundance and everything sweet. So love and light to you guys. We are now going to go on to number 3. Today's such a great day. The energy is so good. I'm so stoked for everybody. You guys are heading in the right direction and it makes me breathe a huge sigh of relief. Okay. Now, number 3 is Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. I'm going to take one pause and have a sip of my tea time. I know this sounds funny, and you guys, I know some of you are young, but as a collective, I just thought of this morning, and Ina's often said, Melanie, I couldn't imagine you on drugs, because so many people sometimes used to ask me too, are like, are you on drugs? Why are you like so happy or euphoric or whatever? Like, I'd be so stoked about, I don't care if we designed a new quiche or whatever. And I was like, I couldn't even imagine if I was on acid or any kind of drugs, like what would happen? Like, I feel like I would just implode. And, that's why I don't recommend it. I feel like we naturally have the endorphins to take care of that. And when we think really happy thoughts, those beautiful endorphins and natural dopamine and all that stuff take place where you really do. You feel like you can reach dizzying heights. So do that. Talk yourself into that headspace where you're like, I can do anything. Acid free, you can do anything. So number 3, I love this. Is one of my favorite cards. Life is a mystery. Because again, like the other 2 cards, this is saying you can have what you truly want, and knowing this softens and releases all the fear, grasping, control, and doubt. This is a major message for a lot of people, because right now what's happening is everybody is getting this pearl of wisdom that's saying it's your time. It's really, take responsibility for experiences that empower you. You're going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration right now and higher guidance. Oftentimes I'll do that. I'll go on YouTube, bam, I'll hit right on the perfect reader that says that's exactly what I needed. And thank you guys when you comment that I provide that for you on certain days. I love to hear that, because I research, I listen to a lot of things. I go into a meditative state, I get calm, and then, I don't just do predictions. I have to do things that are inspirational, because things that inspire me, I want to share. Because once I do that, the trajectory of my day takes on a whole better altitude. I realize no doubt or fear is going to stop me. It's like some kind of divine treasure when you hear that, right? You're going to rise up in full connection to your spirit, and you're going to be able to access this wealth of information right now, this beautiful mystery of life. Have the courage and commitment to your awakening, because you're a really precious being, and you're on the spiritual path. You wouldn't be listening to me or any other speaker if you weren't. You want to learn, you want to grow, and right now you're like, I accept that. I accept that all this magic is going to pop out of the woodwork time and again, and I'm going to embrace it, and I'm going to learn from it, right? Even if somebody is screaming in your face, that's a lesson. It's a lesson. Don't smack that dubious character, right? And now I could handle aggression. I really can, and I have. I've been around people, that are mentally unstable where I've worked, and they get right in my face. People don't like healthy competition, and they can snap, and you can get people on the verge of a mental breakdown. What I have found is people don't like when you remain obscenely calm in the face of them trying to be threatening to you, so they move in even closer. But when you do it, I just have this one little secret. When people do that and they're trying to lean in, I get even closer. I never back up out of fear. I take that last step, so my nose is almost touching them, and I say, do we have a problem? I don't change my voice. I don't do anything. I'm lucky that I have a black belt and I could fight somebody. I've never had to fight somebody, but you don't ever let anybody try to cower you or get in your space. You take that last step, and then you nose to nose and just be like, do we have a problem? Because you'll find in that instance, that person's false bravado will fall away. And to always, know that you can learn from other people. Be observational when you see people. Know what's going on in that environment before you step in that. Now, I love this for you so much, because the Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. A lot of you guys are light workers. You haven't even tapped into the minutia of the energy that you have. This is a lineage of priestesses, mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. It's a cross-section of ancient lineages. It's a path of devotion and beauty. That's why I'm so excited to go to Stonehenge. I have some serious Celtic lineage. I feel that if I watch anything, that symbolism, I know that I could draw that before I even saw it. Nordic roots, and, like I could go on a boat and it could be in the stormiest of weather. I am never ill. I have Nordic lineage. I feel that. Viking ships. I love the water. I love the ocean. I could go in the middle of the ocean just in a canoe and I wouldn't be afraid. Things like that. You'll feel that in certain areas. That's your connection to that lineage. So walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and a sacred geometry of all of life. So right now you're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, right? And hear the whispers of Mother Earth. I have to do this. Go outside in your backyard. Hear those birds. Hear the rustling of the leaves. That's so beautiful, right? Hear the waves of the ocean. You're being called to spend more time in nature right now. All the ancient secrets really live there. They do. And you're going to be rewarded with insight and grace, even looking and gaze out your window. Get that sense of calm and earthiness, right? You're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize with the planet a little bit more and you shift the vibration. Like, I stop at the grocery store, I check out the bouquets every time I'm in there. My son thinks I'm insane. He's like, Mom, they haven't changed. They always have these kind of flowers. I smell them. I love them. Something about fresh cut flowers just, it's my bag. It's my jam. I love it so much. And comment down below if you're like that too. If you just see a bouquet of something and you just have to like go smell it and touch it. Fresh cut flowers just, oh my gosh, I love it so much. So let's see what your overarching energy is too. Oh, look at this. Woo! The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, again, you guys, I feel like part of what you've been working for is you're going to have some kind of dynasty. You're creating something that is going to hold true for the next generation and the generation after that. You're going to set some plan in place that makes absolute fortune for your family for generations to come. You have some kind of artistic, creative, speaking, writing, musical gift, some gift that you're going to implement and do that. And something's going to happen where it takes off and again goes nuclear. There's this stellar release of it in a really epic way. And again, you release that fear. You know that, you know, the time is now. You've got this. And oh, look at this. Yeah, we have to implement a little bit of temperance here, you know, saying that we're not going to burn ourselves out. We're not going after the almighty dollar. That's why we're going to be so successful, because it's going to have beauty, artistry, and do what you love. And oftentimes the money in abundance follow that. You have a unique perspective and take on something that is going to make this endeavor excitingly successful. Group 3. Wow, I love that. That's part of that life is a mystery. Like, why would this happen to me? Why didn't other people think of this? Or why is my offering to the world so much more substantial and well received than somebody else's? That's part of the mystery. And part of it is just the magic, the timing, and again, divine intervention, divine contributions, and timing are all there to help you really beautifully. I love that. You're being healed from all this past guilt and fear, and they're not going to steal your personal power anymore, and they're not going to dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. And kabam, you just break through like the Hulk. You're just busting out of that little t-shirt and like, ta-da, kapow, here I go. Really, honestly, it is like this really palpable energy that is coming through in this reading for you. So I'm so excited, Group 3. Really beautiful. I love that. And thanks again, Stasia, for these reversible cards. I love these. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie. Don't forget to press like and subscribe and hit the little bell too. So the notifications will come up when it comes up. If you hit the little gray arrow, that will bring you to all my links down below. It'll be a while till it comes up on this video because I need Ian to do it for me. I still don't know how to do that, but it's all my links are below every other video. If you need a private reading, if you want to know about my Stonehenge reading, I just added 2 more spots. I'm going to do another day. And my Etsy store, I create handcrafted jewelry, these rings, everything is in there. I've been doing that for decades. I love to design and it's my thing. I love it. And I want to thank you guys again for your love and support. It was crazy the other day. Somebody showed me the thing like, Melanie, you have 41,100 subscribers. I was like, that's nuts. I mean, it's crazy how everything just, you know, when you let it go and you believe in it and you trust in the universe, things come back to you. And that's what's happening for you in a really unique way. Again, I feel like you're going to feel that sun shining on you and you deserve it, Group 3. I'm so excited. I got to go upload this right now.